morning and welcome to the Digital Weather Desk powered by Century Next Bank. What's next for you? Visit cnext.bank for more. Thanks so much for joining us on this Monday as we get ready to start a new work week. And there are some wrinkles to be thrown into the forecast, which is not necessarily a bad thing for those that are kind of tired of the stagnant, hot pattern that we've been in over the last week or so, or really the better part of the last couple of weeks. That said, as we go through the next 7 days, the rain chances are on the increase, but I would not consider it a dramatic increase. Let's take a look at the radar. And, of course, every shingle radar product you see is made possible by Brown's Roofing. Again, I wrote that, so I'm going to chuckle every time I say it. Good morning, Susan, and thanks so much for joining the Digital Weather Desk this morning. We do have some storms across northern Mississippi, and they are moving southwest. And I know you're probably thinking, well, they don't look like much, and they probably aren't going to make it here. And you're right, but it does leave with it at least some smaller scale features in the atmosphere. We talk about outflow boundaries sometimes during the summertime months and some of the leftover features that may not be visible all the times on radar or satellite, but that can be left over in the environment that provides some lift in the atmosphere that could generate some additional rain. So any isolated storms that we see today will probably come from the leftovers of what we're seeing move through the I-55 corridor this morning. So as that outflow and some of that rain-cooled air and things of that nature kind of drift to the southwest, it could help to spur along some isolated activity a little bit later today. Visibilities across the area are generally fine for most spots, but there are some areas that are seeing a drop in visibility. Winnsboro's visibility is down to 0, and whether that's a faulty mistake or the visibility is actually down to 0, there is some patchy fog out there in some spots. Camden's down to 4 miles. Magnolia's down to 2 miles, Alexandria down to 5. So if you're out and about this morning and you run into some patchy fog, just be aware of that. Low temperatures this morning, unofficially, of course, actually outperformed, and most of us were back into the upper end of the 60s. I was expecting some areas to get stuck 70, 71, and some spots did do that, but most of us were able to return back into the 60s. Currently, as you step out the door shortly before 8 a.m., most of us are in the upper 60s to low 70s. As the sun rises, the temperatures have started to climb, and we're aiming for afternoon highs to return firmly into the 90s in most spots. If you're traveling across the region, it's 69 in Jackson, 72 in Shreveport, 68 in Alexandria, 70 in Baton Rouge, 73 in Little Rock, 63 in Fayetteville. So there are some discrepancies in temperatures depending on location. Obviously a smidge cooler to the north. Check a futurecast, and it kind of shows what I'm talking about. If we're going to run into any isolated rain today, it will likely come from the northeast as we kind of deal with a stormier pattern, a breakdown in our upper level pattern. That could even allow for some rain to fester overnight, and then as we go into the day tomorrow, the heat and humidity of the afternoon with less of a grip of that ridge of high pressure could allow for some spotty afternoon showers and storms. We bump the rain chances up to 20% outside of today for most of the rest of the week. So nothing drastic, nothing that you can really plan your day by, but at least consistent enough in the forecast that it warrants that 20% rain chance. Probably doing something similar through the day on Wednesday, Thursday, and then by Friday and Saturday, the upper level pattern breaks down to the point that maybe we could even factor in some slightly better rain chances into the forecast. Quick check of the tropical satellite, and you could kind of see that massive blob making its way through the central Atlantic Ocean right now, and that's just what we're going to call it for the time being, is just the central Atlantic blob as it continues to move to the west. As always, your tropical forecasts are made possible by Russell Moore Lumber. Your lumber number, you call, they haul, and you can see the big glaring area of red. Now looking at a medium chance of development over the next 48 hours and a high chance of development over the next 7 days. Is it headed our way? It does not appear so, but the upper level pattern is also very much in flux, so I can't really say a whole lot of stuff with a lot of confidence in regards to tropical systems this time of year with the upper level pattern the way it's sitting. It's a long way from now, so we'll obviously kind of cross those bridges when we get there. Daytime highs today will top out back in the mid-90s. A spotty shower or storm can't be ruled out, and again, the rain chances are at around 10%. Claudia, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us as you take a live look at the forecast. Of course, if you can't catch us live, keep in mind that these just stay here through the day, so just watch the forecast at your earliest convenience. A lot of folks tend to join us live when there's active weather, but when it's not so active, obviously folks kind of just follow the forecast at their leisure. And again, that's what this whole thing is for, is to provide a platform that you could kind of see weather conditions at your convenience and at your leisure. Low 70s tonight, few clouds and staying mild. A lingering storm can't be ruled out even into the overnight hours tonight. Rain chances at around 10%. So again, not great rain chances, but something better than zero as we head through the next 24 hours. Those rain chances kick back up to 20% for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. In fact, that 20% for tomorrow is a tweak from where I had it from yesterday. Just seeing the overall potential for development in isolated form tomorrow. We'll go ahead and bump those rain chances back up and staying scattered through the upcoming weekend. So if you have outdoor plans, keep an eye on the forecast. I wouldn't change anything yet. It's a long time between now and Friday and Saturday. A lot can change between now and then. A reminder, the Digital Weather Desk powered by Century Next Bank is a digital weather platform serving 33 parishes and counties across northern Louisiana, southern Arkansas, and western Mississippi. It's made possible by the local businesses that you see there on your screen. How do you at home play into this whole equation? Well, it's simple. You're already here. Follow us on all your favorite social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, X, Twitch, TikTok, Threads, and YouTube. Like and comment and share and interact with me as I join you live, multiple times a day, and just say hello or whatever, and then support our business partners when you can. Obviously, can't do that all the time. Not everybody needs, those types of services at any point, but when you do, if you do, keep our local businesses that support us in mind. Alice, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. I'll catch you around midday. Your Too Long Didn't Read coming up in just a little bit as we get ready for another work week across the ArkLaMiss. Rain chances will start to increase. May want to throw the umbrella in your car just in case you need it, especially through the middle parts and the end parts of this week. Have a great Monday.